Well, wait a minute. I'm naming the best 3 people to be trustee, and they're all older than me. Hi, Jeff Marsace, the Plain English Attorney, and welcome to the video. Today we're going to talk about whether or not you should name parents as trustees. Well, really the more broad question is, should you name people older than you as trustees? So here's the short answer. Well, yeah, why not? If you're following the same thinking that I have when I talk with my clients and counsel them. So if you're looking at who is the best qualified to be the trustee, that should be the guiding star. If you think it's important for educational videos like this to get out there, then please help. Are they a person you trust? Do you trust them to make good financial decisions? Do you think they will be appropriate in investing the money, working with a financial planner and advisor, and following that advice, getting the taxes done, just being a responsible person? Well, then sure. But I hear this all the time. Oh, well, they're older. They're going to die before we do. Well, that's got a couple of assumptions in there that you really shouldn't have in your mindset when thinking about this. If you're going in to do an estate plan and think, I'm never going to have to redo this, so I might as well get it right the first time. No. I could just tell you statistically, it's about every 5 to 7 years that my clients end up making some changes. So you should keep that in mind as a time frame. 5 to 7 years, there might be some adjustments. They don't have to necessarily be big ones, but occasionally things do come up. Another child is born and suddenly they want to shift some things around because that child may have some larger needs during life. The kids are older. One of them got scholarships for everything. The other one didn't, and got a lot more money spent on them because they went to private school instead of state school. Hey, we want to make it up to the other one, so we're going to shift the percentages around. All that's fine. But a very common thing is one of those people who were listed as a trustee or even a healthcare agent, we need to move them around because life changed. Either we don't trust them anymore, they moved far away, we just don't have the same type of relationship. The number of people who came in who were in the military and the last will they had was the one the military made them get, and it's, oh yeah, it was a guy from my basic training unit. I thought we were going to be friends forever, and we just drifted apart. Well, look, all of that's fine. So you will be making some of these changes, but it's at the time you're doing the planning with a projected timeline of the next 5 to 7 years. Do you think that parent or older person would be the best person for the job? All right, we'll go ahead and name them. But then this is where I'm a little bit different from some other attorneys. Who's second? Okay, we name a backup person. And then even more so, I'm different. I'm really pushing for a third option. Oh gosh, that's the chances of that happening are pretty low. Yeah, pretty low, but I can tell you in my practice, from the clients who have come back to us, we've gone through 2 people in that list, but we haven't gone through the third. So if you name at least 3 people, great. Well, wait a minute. I'm naming the best 3 people to be trustee, and they're all older than me. Well, okay, just because I'm pushing for 3 doesn't mean you can't put 4 or 5. So in that case, use those top 3, but put a 4th and a 5th that are maybe your age or younger, and now it's just statistically something happening to all of them before you come back to change things in 5 to 7 years. It doesn't happen. But this is a way that you're going to get the best people for the job in the right order. So just assume that you're going to have these changes every 5 to 7 years, and that's going to make things a lot easier on you. Plus, let me just give this scenario. You're in your late 30s, you've still got kids that are younger, you're naming trustees, you're also naming guardians and healthcare agents. And then 5 to 7 years, maybe something happened with a parent. They're just not they're not the same. Either there's some early stages dementia. You're not looking 5 to 7 years ahead and thinking, yeah, they're still going to be the most responsible. All right, well, we'll make some changes. Go another 7 years, or actually let's go ahead 14 years, and now suddenly the kids are the most responsible ones. Well, they may be the best choices for trustees, especially if it's kids who have their own children. You're looking even further ahead in contingencies than what if something happens to me. It's what if something happens to one of my kids? Typically, they want the children of their deceased child, meaning their grandchildren, to get that inheritance. Well, who's going to oversee it? The aunt or the uncle, the other child. So this is something that will change over time. So if you look for the best people for the job, have at least 3, and then when you come up with that list of the top 3, if they're all a generation older than you, well, go ahead and name a 4th and a 5th one. It's just extra spaces and looking at contingencies. I once had a client who named, she was the youngest, I think it was 10 kids, so she had all 9 of her siblings in order, and then because she was the youngest, she actually had 2 nephews who were older than her. They went in the next 2 slots, and it was all set. So I hope you found that information useful. As I always tell my clients, please stay safe, plan ahead, and enjoy life, and whatever you do, make it a great day.